Residents of Swaneville in Krugersdorp are gathering again, it seems. 9 people were arrested there yesterday after violent protests over land and housing. Disgruntled residents are threatening to invade a piece of land which is owned by Absa. Well, eNCA's Linda Kuslekulu is there for us once again today. Linda, a very good morning to you back there this morning. Things seem relatively quiet compared to what we saw happening behind you yesterday this time.
Relatively quiet indeed, Yuveka, and one of the things I can tell you is that it seems there's no expectation of some of the protests that we've seen yesterday to unfold today. What is currently happening is that on my left-hand side, on the hilltop there, on the land in question, where residents are asking why it's not given to them after so many years of not developing it, there is an eNCA, and we understand that that's part of the red ants that are patrolling this particular area. But on my right-hand side, on the streets just behind me, there are mop-up operations, and in fact I'll just move out of shot to allow the Diro to show you mop-up operations by some of the municipal workers that are here, but basically it is quiet. It has been quiet for the morning, and we are not seeing any form of movement as far as residents are concerned. This is the current situation at the moment, Yuveka.
So how do they manage to quell the protests then, Lindo? Who came out, who spoke to them, what happened that they're not back out there this morning?
Well, in the midst of the chaos yesterday, in terms of the back and forth clashes between police and, of course, the residents, what we saw was the MMC of Public Safety arriving here, and she said that she is willing to take the memorandum from the residents and take it to the executive mayor of this Mogale City municipality. And what we saw after that was that the clashes continued for a bit, but the residents, as we understand from the leaders whom we've spoken to this morning, are in fact calm, and they're expecting that if they are not answered within 48 hours, so meaning that tomorrow, if they do not receive any form of answer, they will then decide on what's the way forward in terms of their protest action. And we understand that when they actually decide, one of the possibilities is to not only picket here in the community, but it's to also move to Krugersdorp, to the municipal offices, where they can be heard in terms of trying to get an answer to some of the demands they were making. One of them key is that they be allowed to move into this space, this piece of land that is now owned by Absa.
Well, Lindo, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Absa now owning this land, and I'm not sure, did the residents know that? Did they think it was government-owned land? And what has Absa said about this, if anything?
Well, the residents did know that Absa has been owning this land since 2005, and in fact they also knew that this was earmarked for development. But at this stage they're saying that after so many years with no development, and them being congested in back rooms and staying in all sorts of places where it's just many of them in one places, they're saying that they should in fact be allowed to move into this place. They have been engaging with the municipality, they have been speaking with the Absa as well in terms of them signing off this land so that they can build their settlement. But they're saying that after so many months, in fact from 2020, trying to get access to this land, they have no choice but now to use means of invading this land. But I can tell you that as far as Absa is concerned, the only word we've heard from them was that through the municipality, through the MMC of housing, whom we spoke to yesterday over the telephone, confirming that yes, the land belongs to Absa. The plan is to build about 10,000 houses here, and that Absa will only make a portion of those 10,000 houses as a bond houses, but they're saying that others will then form part of the housing plan for the municipality. But Absa also said that they are willing to protect this land, and hence you are seeing the red ants that are beefing up security with the police as well, just keeping an eye on the situation here. So that's the situation in terms of the plan for this particular land. They're saying that they're going to build about 10,000 houses. We're not sure about the proportion of how many of the 10,000 will then form part of the housing plan for the municipality. But I can certainly tell you that the residents themselves are saying that it's taken too long. Since 2005, this development was supposed to come, and that is why they're saying now they're willing to take the matter into their own hands and build their own settlement in this particular piece of land.
All right, so it seems a case of calm for now, and we wait and see what happens there with this case. 48 hours is what authorities have been given to come back with some kind of answer there. The land, as we are finding out, owned by Absa there at the moment. So let's see what happens in that story. Well, SA